Hello teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel and thank you for being here. I think we're on about what amounts to a weekly update at this point, but there we go. I had a few opportunities to react this week, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Like, she spins so fast that by the time it's like, oh, well, yeah, she's put this video up, I might react to that tomorrow, and then she's already abandoned it, so kind of what's the point? But Barbecue Chillin' has put together a few of her pieces of content, and then after this highlights reel, she also put up a meat pie, generously call that a meat pie, a mukbang, shall we say. So I thought this might be a nice quick way to catch up with her. We'll chat through this and then we'll see where we are. Sorry, me just realising that my AC hadn't been switched over from the other room to here, so I was getting a bit warm. Now we'll get started.
Let's see. I need this so bad. Like, oh, listen now.
On one hand, I want to say that's a little bit disturbing. On the other, I have woken up on days when I've been like, that is the level of need I have for coffee. I don't actually love Tim Hortons coffee though. Come at me in the comments, I know. Maybe I'm just ordering wrong, because every time I tried to order it in Saudi, I'd want like an iced vanilla latte. And instead of giving it me over ice, they'd give me a blended one. So I tried ordering something else that also sounded like it, and they'd still give me the blended one. Obviously a me issue, but we didn't get to it. But I actually really hate Frappuccino style blended coffees. So I've always held a little bit of a grudge, even if it was probably my fault.
It is, it's Tim Hortons. Oh my gosh, I used to take this for granted. Another thing I was craving.
Of course you were.
Yes. A bagel with cream cheese.
Surely, that seems so soft. Surely you can just buy some bagels and put some cream cheese on it. I mean, when it comes down to it, really. I suppose we could argue she could do a lot of this at home, but there we go. Bear in mind that this week, this was quite the freeze frame, I'm leaving it there, I don't care. This week she did say she was going on her low carb diet, which we are going to talk about. God,
the dizziness and vertigo are pretty much gone.
And that is why she's eating. So, like I say, I think we're going to talk about it, but Chantal came on with quite a heavy bout of vertigo. She was missing for a couple of days. She couldn't really stand up properly. And you know how she is when she gets sick. She gets scared because all of her illnesses escalate into really big illnesses or really big impacts on her body because her body's not in a good condition. So she feels it a lot harder than you might than if you were in a better one, and that's just common sense, really. So she gets scared, she starts promising she's going to really look after her health, and when that fear fades, everything is a problem, which is essentially what happened here. So now that her vertigo has apparently passed, her ears are just bothering her a little bit, she's able to pin it down to something that she doesn't find as alarming, and now, you know, bagels and cream cheese are back on the menu.
My blood sugars actually, like, have been not, like, usually, even when my blood sugars were like 25, I didn't get dizzy. So no.
Didn't she once go to the hospital because she was feeling so dizzy because of her high blood sugars? I seem to remember that.
It's not like that. Like, it was, my ears feel weird a little bit. Maybe I have an ear infection. I don't know.
She didn't go to the doctor through all of this. So, yeah, someone in her condition, it just didn't go to the doctor. I'm sure she'd be the first to say she can do what she wants, and she absolutely can, but that was a choice.
Like, they crackle a bit. So I think it was something with my ears. I have to clean out my kitchen, my cupboards, the fridge, so I can... I'm going to make a meal plan, which will take me forever because I'm indecisive. Grocery list.
Oh, yeah. So this was her planning to do, like, a health kick.
She's so hyper.
She's a cat.
I don't like having a dirty place anymore. I never did. Like, whenever I would let my villa get really dirty, I felt more depressed.
Guys, I beg of you, if you can go back and watch some of the reacts from her cleanup that time, the layers of trash, of cat poo, of sick, of things that she was living with. God, it was awful.
So I've discovered that having a clean place makes you less depressed. Plus, my husband would never let me have it like that ever again. He'd probably divorce me.
Those two are equally important. She's absolutely right. I feel the same. When my house is clean, I feel better. But more importantly, Salah would be horrified whenever he visited.
If I let my house get really dirty, bye, see you. I'll be right back.
Also notice she said my house there.
Coffee is a laxative.
It's not, it's a diuretic, I was going to say, which means it makes you pee, not poop, unless you have issues like she does. I think it makes you go to the bathroom, would be the fastest way to say that.
Actually, slightly bad circulation and upcoming cardiovascular problem. See, this is what I hate. People who are not doctors have not examined me, just automatically assume just because I'm fat.
There is an element of that. There is an assumption that with the pressure she puts on her body, of course she would be facing XYZ. These people don't come out of nowhere and they don't come from zero information. She has shared on channel the problem she's had with her enlarged liver, enlarged heart, her diabetes, her blood pressure, like all of the things that she's had, she has come online and spoken about. So, I am fat and therefore it must be this? No, that is not true. You have an increased chance with obesity of certain complications, but granted, one does not have to equal the other. It does depend on the health you're in. She's in terrible health. It would be completely reasonable to think, oh no, you are in danger here. And it's not like she's going to go to the doctor to check, because anytime she actually needs the doctor and doesn't want to hear the answer, she just wings it.
Every little single thing. Watch, if I get a flu, they're going to attribute it to my diabetes or being fat on the verge of death. It's clearly ear-related if it went away. If it was stroke-related, I would have had a stroke by now.
So she was just waiting out the stroke then, so she didn't have to go to the doctor because she didn't want to hear, hey, you do have this issue, but taking the pressure off your organs might help you, and therefore let's look at a change of diet. But sometimes being obese, especially to the extent that she is the issue and can relieve problems if it's controlled.
And my ears are bugging me, so it's definitely that. And, yeah.
And
I mean, it could be. Like, I didn't go to a doctor myself and get it.
Yeah, could be. At your level of health, not your weight, your level of health, go to the doctor.
Examine, but for people to say it's most likely this when you don't have any idea, fat people are the only ones who get sick.
You literally just said it's most likely an ear infection. You don't know. You didn't go to the doctor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not dumb and I'm not delusional. I know that being obese is very unhealthy, and I do have a lot of other health problems,
Yeah.
But they say that if you're going to have a stroke or something, usually you have other symptoms with it, but I was like Googling it.
Because Google is a much better answer than a professional.
Freaking myself out.
She was obviously worried enough to Google about it, but not enough to go to the available healthcare professional.
Yeah, some of the items are, but set price by spring,
Oh, this is her merch. Again, I don't think Spring sets the prices. I've never sold merch, so it might be they suggest prices. I'm not sure. I'm sure another creator could tell you, but she sets her own.
But the t-shirts are not too bad. I think like $20. I just looked at myself in the mirror here and saw myself talking into a little handheld device on a stick and realized that, what the heck? I just got a really weird existential moment.
There was a cut there, and this is a clip show, so I don't know how much time there was between the merch conversation and this clip, but it feels like it was a distractor.
An existential moment. I would love to do like 8-hour live streams, 5 days a week, like a normal job.
Don't do it. She has done a few 6-hour live streams recently, and I can't do them. It's like she's writing a playbook for how to make the worst YouTube channel ever.
Like start late afternoon around dinner time, go to late at night.
This would all be on no content. This would just be on her sitting there and answering the chat. I'm sorry, but why do I need to be accountable to a bunch of strangers on the internet? Lamau, I owe you nothing. So this was after she had asked for accountability in the diet change she was going to do. She'd asked people to put low carb recipes down below, like very much inviting support and inviting accountability, and then gets angry about it. This also happened, I think, the day before she was due to start the diet, so I think it was just a case of she announced it and then she regretted it, and so she got angry at everyone so that she could keep it offline. And that was in response to a comment of someone saying, oh, accountability sucks, she can't handle it, huh? And you're like, no, she can't. She can ask for it, she can't handle it.
Steph is literally available for purchase right here. It's because people like this weirdo that I don't even want to talk about my mental health at all. And for those who will come for me for saying that, you have no idea how annoying people are. You have blah, 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 inspecting every single little detail of your life in some weird parasocial crap, and then come tell me how you would feel.
No. One thing I will give her here is things that you wouldn't expect to be over the counter are available over the counter. I can get my antidepressants over the counter here. And I wouldn't usually expect that to be the case. However, in this case, this was directly after Foodie spoke about her health, spoke about her new journey, spoke about what she was taking, and then got mad that people listened. I think the next community post we're going to be showing is probably her saying she's keeping it offline. So let's just wait a sec. So this is just a comment saying whatever she was taking for her vertigo isn't available over the counter.
Actually, you know what? I'm done sharing my personal health for good. It's no one's business and it's my fault I've shared so much already. So, I feel better just keeping all of that private, which I am entitled to. I really don't want your health advice. You're not my doctors. You have no place telling me how I should eat, what illnesses I probably have or don't have, etc.
Before we finish this, you have no place telling me how I should eat. She made a video saying she was changing how she was going to eat to put suggestions down below. It's literally what she asked for. This was the one, the day before, I don't know if the others were the same day, when it was like the 23rd and she was going to start low carb the 24th. Spoiler alert, didn't happen.
I appreciate those for caring, but I will not address any questions regarding my health any longer. That includes if I go to diabetes classes, therapy, doctor, etc.
She had said as part of her new health arc when she was worried about the vertigo that she was going to go to the education classes.
All private, I will just stick to anything else for content, and if I lose even more views, oh well, peace of mind is always better. So anything you hear about my health from now on will be 100% speculation and more than likely false.
Nope, it will be 100% based on the things you have previously told us and continue to talk about. It just won't be wiped from the consciousness of the community the way you want it to be. So now we have another live.
Did I order today? Well, yes.
Yes, she did. And I think this was meant to be the beginning of her health arc. She appears to have washed her face and put on a brand new filter. So she probably would rather you hadn't asked.
Why do you always ask me what I eat?
What else are we meant to ask you about? Personal life, private. Marriage, private. Things about your family, private, even though you've talked about all of these things. Now, new diet, private. You don't have to answer it.
But I didn't have fast food. But tomorrow, it's going to be in the kitchen time. So I want to have, I've been getting up in the morning. I want to have a proper breakfast, take my meds. I want to have a good schedule. If I can get that down pat, just that, cooking small and healthy. I want to meal prep tomorrow. I'm going to make some soups. I'm going to make some fasoli. So if I'm really hungry, I can just grab, I'm prepping veggies.
I'm fully behind meal prep. I think it's a really useful thing. However, I do think, even if she were to stick to it, I do think that Foodie has the problem of if she can't get what she wants, she'll eat everything else in an attempt to kind of fill that hole. It's all those kind of binging impulses. So by meal prepping and making it easy to grab food, you do avoid the decision of should I order out because I can't be bothered to eat, but you do also then have a fridge full of ready to eat food that you will probably eat in a short amount of time. So staying to plan can be difficult in a different way.
A dip I bought, I'm going to make a dip with some sour cream I bought. No, it's not low carb. It's not going to be low carb.
Yeah, so she came back, none of your business, and now she's like, oh, let me talk about this new diet I'm doing. It's not going to be the low carb I promised you, and then got angry about it.
It's going to be cooking at home, I'll feel good about myself if I can just start by eating normal meals throughout the day. I never do that.
For anybody else, I would say that is a good place to start. Just get off how irregular her routine is. I've just lost all hope that she'll ever actually do it. So, yeah, okay.
I don't think I've ever had a solid straight week of eating normal meals like a normal person.
The hell is that? Is that cinnamon?
I love cinnamon.
Why are you chewing a stick of it?
It's very bitter.
It's not meant to be chewed on.
This cinnamon is very light. Can I ever use this?
After it's been in your mouth? For what?
This is really strong. If I have too much lemon, will it hurt me?
As ever, Foodie fails to recognize that everything is in balance. When you say too much lemon and hurt you, what are the amounts you're talking about and what kind of hurt? The acid is probably not good for your teeth. Vitamin C can be good for you, so that's to its plus. I don't know about making your gut biome a bit more acidic, the way people do with cider apple vinegar and stuff like that, but it's a very vague question.
Lupus. Now I have lupus. Okay, in the past month I've had a stroke, lupus, incoming amputation.
In the past month, you have had a number of symptoms that could be explained in a number of ways, hence the speculation that you've chosen not to have addressed. And as for incoming amputation, that could get you at any time.
No, we don't only eat processed food. Salah has to go to bed early. He has something to do early in the morning. So I have to go to bed early too.
It's never stopped her before. She always says he's sleeping in the other room.
Actually, I'm going to bed early. I'm really tired. and we want to watch the movie before bed. Bye guys, love you guys, bye.
Bye. Breakfast meds. Look, nearly 4 hours. God bless you people, because I ain't doing that.
Put deodorant under my breast. Yeah, that's what you do. And I'm sorry, but everyone has smelled not so fresh at least once in their life. Please.
That's clearly the same as me constantly being dirty. Come on.
Please spare me. Let's be real, okay? Okay. But now as a married woman, I'm very careful about those things because, yeah. I don't know, honestly, my problem is I have no idea where to put everything.
It is looking like it's piling up.
In my kitchen.
Her kitchen has got a really difficult layout. To be completely fair to her, it's been a while since we've seen like a full view of it. She's not known for her organizational abilities, but they definitely need some more storage or something. I'm surprised they haven't put up like some cupboards or something.
Like, I'm stacking things.
The way she stacks things on top of the cooker also kills me.
Everywhere. I made Salah fried eggs at like 11 p.m.
I left it drying somewhere.
The eggs in the door? I have to do that, you know why? Because if I keep them in the case, the ones at the back will freeze.
You could try changing the setting on your fridge. Notice how many eggs she's got in there as well. I think she'll show us in a minute. But I think she was prepping for the low carb and then got spooked.
I gotta go put these away and check my bagel. I'll be right back.
I don't know what she was putting away, by the way.
Yeah. Don't mind the sounds, I'm okay.
What was that sound? Why are you making that sound? You going over to check something should not be this amount of effort. Look at that chair, by the way. I don't know if you can see it, but just shredded.
Shit!
Oh.
That's not good. Give me a minute. One of the sodas busted. There was a bag of soda on the ground. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Once stop whining, like clear out your fridge, it can go in there. Or on top of the fridge, or just somewhere. You've got other piles in there. You could try not buying it. You could drink some water. But more to the point, I don't know how long she was away, but chances that that area is now clean, I'm thinking no.
Alright, I don't have a plate either, so I'm putting my bagel in this thing.
I was about to say, didn't she just eat a bagel? But no, that was in the other stream. She really seems to be on a kick with them. You know how she gets like food focuses?
That sucks. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have a little bit of veggies and dip, and then we're done eating till lunch. Sweet.
I thought she was eating a bagel.
Love is on his way back home. She messaged Salah today. She was like, Chantal hasn't answered I didn't answer her message in like 12 hours. She messages Salah, is Cutie okay?
Yeah. We're afraid she might be dead.
I'm okay, Shmi.
Not okay enough to call.
Oh, I need to get into shape.
To sit there. One of these days, I'll sit upright.
Well, I just washed where the soda was, yeah. I just washed it with the mop. And then I'm gonna have to mop my floor later.
I feel like that means I moved it around with a mop and it's gonna be sticky.
Yeah, and vacuum. Yeah, I've never seen like a nice cat like her for free. Which is mean to say. Yeah, I'm just waiting because I think I'm gonna make breakfast for so.
I thought she said her friends had given it to her. Now she's saying she saw it for free.
Law will be home soon. So I'm waiting to see what he wants. And then we can make cauliflower soup. We can start cutting the cauliflower and veggies.
Chat was telling her to change the fridge door to open the other way. I don't think it would make that much of a difference, to be honest.
No, guys, if the door is on the other side, I'm just picturing it. It will smack against the microwave stand. We have this long neck cauliflower. Red onion. So I'm going to cut up the cauliflower. We're going to saute the onion first, actually.
I can't see a lot of her apartment, but as I sit here picturing the kitchen, picturing all the crap that she keeps on that table, and we know the layout is quite long and thin. Even as an audience member, I feel so like encompassed with things. It would give me anxiety to have so many piles of things around me. Like, you want some space.
I'm going to cut up a large onion. Okay, we have the red onion.
Like that. What do you even do with that?
Close the world out. Just us.
Is she turning on one of those hobs with all this crap on there?
Heartbeat now.
Or is it the oven?
We're gonna put some olive oil.
No, it's the hob. Clear off your hob. Don't cook with things on it. Don't get me wrong, I'll occasionally, I'll keep a frying pan on the hob or something if it's clean, but don't cook with plastic on the hob. Candles and whatever the hell.
We're gonna put the onion.
Put a shelf up the top. Actually, I don't suppose she'd be able to reach a shelf if they did that. Maybe that's the issue. She's already having to be a step back. If she lifted up to try and reach something, she wouldn't be able to. Put a shelf on the side of the fridge.
Why is there floaty things?
Because it's instant coffee and sometimes you don't mix it right.
Is the coffee expired?
It was a packet of coffee. Go check the date. Now, I would say for real coffee, it doesn't really expire so much as have a best before. So it might not be as good after, but it going off, it's not quite the same. But I think this is one of those horrible 3-in-1 she has. So I suppose the stuff inside it could go off.
Okay, let's try it. That was hot.
It's hot coffee. You made it.
Too much fake sugar. I want a double now. Too much fake sugar and too much gross coffee.
Okay. Her body is a temple.
I'm not drinking that coffee, by the way. I don't like instant coffee. I need to have like a nice brewed with like the more.
I actually don't like instant coffee either. I'll make do with it if it's the only thing I've got at work, but I don't love it. We have a little pod machine at work and I just buy pods to put in it, which is still not my favorite. I have a bean machine here. I know I'm being very snobby there, but like I'll make do when I make do. You cannot tell me, as ruined as Chantal's taste buds are, that she can taste a damn difference.
Expensive the brew machine, the better. I know carbs turn into sugar, but like when I test my blood sugars after eating like something loaded with sugar, like cake, I don't know. I thought because I always see like I know diabetic people who still eat sweets like in moderation, so I thought okay, I'll just have a small piece.
Okay, so don't listen to your doctors at all. Everybody is different. Everybody has a different level of risk they take, but if you're diabetic and you're eating sweets, you are taking a risk. Now, depending on when she takes her blood sugar, like carbs can hit you faster or slower, but as ever, Chantal would like to be the exception to every rule so that she can justify having what she wants.
You have to eat a piece of cake every day because it'll go bad.
Oh, so she's still got a big load of cake in the house. Oh, chances that has disappeared by now. Do you remember? I distinctly remember reacting to something she did. It was in the villa with Pete's, and I think it was like a carrot cake because Pete's likes carrot cake, and maybe it was a lemon cake or it might have been a chocolate. I don't quite remember. But I remember thinking as I was watching, I was like, oh, she got 2 pieces of cake. Well, why did she do that? She'd gotten 2 whole cakes. You can't tell me for a second that she expected not to eat the entire cake. This is just her setting herself up for failure. And these are the tricks your mind plays. When you're sitting there, you're going, oh no, it will be for Salah. And you know damn well it's you justifying getting it into your house so you can give in to it later.
So tonight, you'll have a piece of cake for dinner.
And then she'll get angry that she doesn't have a piece of cake for dinner. There's only 2 of them. You never need an entire cake.
I'm gonna give him diabetes. Nah, he's still young. Yeah, I don't know any diabetics that... Sorry, I know one that follows it to a T, but, you know.
Okay, so just die then, hey? And because no one else in my life is a good example and I can see the consequences of those bad examples, I'm not going to follow it either. Was it Pink Fairy that lost part of her foot somewhat recently?
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm going to get the charger, go pray, what else? Go to the bathroom, blah, 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 okay? Can you guys hang in there for a few minutes?
You could just turn the live off. We would have had parts we could do, but no, it's fine.
Maybe 10, 15 minutes? Hi, users.
Maybe she did turn it off. I might be wrong. I don't know.
All right, and we're back with...
Wonderful. Just when I start thinking, oh, I wonder where Solar is, just to give any kind of content to the channel, he comes back and I'm like, God, I remember why I hate it. I'm not keeping any more than that in here. Hopefully it's been cut out, but we'll see.
Yeah, he's gonna try a bite of my soup.
No way.
Just one bite.
Thank you for offering.
One bite.
0 bites.
I bet you anything you like it.
I wish he hadn't done it. Just because from a cleanliness perspective, I would never eat anything Chantal had prepared ever. Like clearly she cannot be trusted to prepare food cleanly. But as an adult either, I know that Salah seems childlike and picky and he's got the palate of basically Pete's. But as an adult, whether technically or not, we know what we like to eat. And yes, try new foods in new places, but if you're like, I don't like this ingredient, she's like, let me give you a soup of this ingredient. No, thank you. It's like, I don't like celery. I know celery is good for you. I know it can be a low-calorie snack. I know there's lots of things with it in it. To me, it taints everything it's in. And that is the best I can describe it to you because I can taste it in anything it's in. Like, you just don't like it, leave him alone. It is absolutely hilarious how he went, no. Like, straight up, no. I wish he'd stuck to it.
I know you. Do you like my potatoes?
No
If you give me $9,000, I will not touch it.
Yes! $9,000. Took me a minute. Come on. I'll transfer the money right now. Try a bite. You're gonna like it. Taste like lentil soup.
Gracias, but no.
You heard him sigh then, like, oh shit, now she's got this on, like, focused on her mind. Now I'm gonna have to do this shit.
No, it tastes like lentil. Guys, tell him.
No.
Mushroom
Tell him not to eat anything she cooks ever.
soup, okay. Lentil soup, okay. Maggi soup, okay.
This tastes, if it doesn't taste like lentil soup to
Chicken
you,
soup, no.
I'll give you $9,000.
No, I don't want. Thank you.
Small spoon. You can spit it out. No one will laugh. I won't even show you on camera.
No. Leave him alone. Why is this important to you?
One
bite. You have to try one bite. It's
No,
really good.
no,
I tried
he
it. I
doesn't.
love it.
Just one bite, then you never have to get into again.
Yes.
I agree with the actor, bro.
Yeah. Just stop. Fine, I'll have a bite. Leave me alone.
He's very picky.
Wink, wink.
But at the same time, babe, you're not too picky with like Arabic food because you eat gerger, which is greens.
Yeah.
You
I told
eat
you that. I just hate the boiled veggies.
yeah, certain veggies.
No, not certain veggies, boiled veggies. It sounds like it's a texture issue rather than a taste.
He eats malahia, which is like greens and it's slimy. Like he's not that picky with stuff like that.
Anything that's fried, like,
Eggplant, we eat fried eggplant.
yeah,
Baba ganoush. You don't really like baba ganoush, eh?
fries.
French fries, yeah.
Are you hot? Yeah.
Hot as in temperature or like good looking?
Good looking.
Oh. Thanks, babe. But be careful, it's very hot, so just blow on
Look
it.
like very hot mango juice.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's not good or not bad. It's not bad, but
Her face. She wanted him to love it so she could say what a good cook she was. Nah. He's gonna pay for not liking that later.
it's not for me.
It's cauliflower and carrot.
Not for me at all. Thank you.
You're welcome. At least you tried it, babe. It's yummy. Bye.
Oh, that was very loud. So after that, she had her meat pie special. I cannot tell you how unappetizing the meat pie looked. I am British. We appreciate a pie. We can do a meat pie. It's good. But the stuff she makes, she's become obsessed with this olive oil crust, thinking it's healthy in some way. And it looks so unappetizing, so thin, so grainy. Like, she doesn't brown it, so it always looks very pale and unappetizing. And she's like, oh, the filling kind of merges with the pastry. Oh, you don't want that. You want the pastry to be pastry. She had it with a very bizarre salad on the side, which would not seem to match the vibe of the pie, even if the pie had been well made. It was covered in cheese, covered in sauce, and there was a fly eating it. So clearly all these healthy choices are going to go well. Now, she did say in the title it was a request, because remember when she was taking food requests, someone paid for one and she never made it. So she obviously decided she fancied pie today and decided to say, no, look, I did the request. I think that's also a precursor to her asking for more request money, maybe not over food, but to give Beezers the option to pay for more things. And if she hadn't gone through with that, people would have said, well, you don't go through with it, why should we? Which they should still say, because she frequently doesn't go through with things. But she's still clearly going to talk about her food because she's going on a cookery arc, so she's still got a new diet starting. She's still apparently happy to talk about her sugars, so nothing's coming offline. It was just a case of, oh, false alarm, I don't want to do good things for myself anymore because I feel better. Then the moment she gets really sick again, she goes back to like prayers and promising God she'll be good and she'll look after herself. But anyway, that is Chantal. That is where we are, and that is where I'll leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.